Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So another week has passed. May have another update video for you guys today. But before we jump into that review here, as always, I'm Chrono. I'm primarily cover PSO2 content. Would much appreciate to subscribe as we're going towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. See, I told you guys we're still getting update videos, and people were concerned. Everything is fine. If you saw my most recent video, you understand what I'm talking about. A lot of people hit me up and were concerned and things of that sort. No worries, guys. We're good. But we are going to keep it rolling as we usually do every single week. If you're new here and you're wondering, first off, what is he talking about? Don't worry about it. It's not important. But if you're also thinking to yourself, why would I sit here and read information I can read myself, or listen to someone read me information I can read myself? You are absolutely correct. And it's probably going to be much quicker if you just gather the information yourself. But if you like to toss stuff on in the background and you're doing something else, by all means, continue doing what it is you're doing. I will read you everything important that you need to know. And let me tell you, this week it ain't a lot. It's pretty straightforward. Not that it's nothing, but it's not super complicated. So let's get started. Start things off, we have the limited quest Drill Naval Escort. Traspo has gotten himself stuck in another weird place. Apparently this is like some floating thing that's going through the ocean, and Traspo has managed to get himself damaged and shut down out here. This is a limited quest where we'll be fighting a bunch of bosses. So pretty cool stuff. You're gonna have to make sure to pull them away from the actual the truck, or it's gonna fail. I'm not sure how bad that actually is. Looks like it's 3 waves overall. Aim clear with an S rank, of course. Blah 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 blah. Looks like Mars is gonna be usable, so likely there'll be something to boost Mars. That way you can jump into it fairly quickly. Also, of course, they're limited time tasks. Go ahead and take advantage of those. That's gonna get you some free star gems. Just get them done. They're usually not that difficult. Knock them out. Toss them aside. If nothing else, usually you can get them taken care of by just doing your dailies, to be perfectly honest. So at the very least, pop on, get your dailies done, and then pop off. Very simple. Pop off? Yeah, pop off. We have the next Nijisanji Collab following the next 4 livers that are available. Their names are here. I'm bad at reading names. I'm not going to do it. You've got them here in front of you. Feel free to read them yourselves. It does come along with some free standees. I guess it's not really standees this time. It looks like it's star gems and I guess some stickers that like sign. That's kind of lame, I'm not gonna lie. And it looks like some art this time around. This is a little stingy, I'm not gonna lie, but to each is their own, I suppose. Some people like this stuff more than they like the standees, so I suppose those people will be more excited for this. We also have the AC Scratch Virtual Liver Style 25. It gives us all of their individual outfits. I don't know if they're set wear, base wear, whatever it happens to be. We'll take a look at it in game in just a moment here. The big thing that I feel like is actually coming from all of this is kind of like the extra stuff, not even the outfits. Like I know some people like the outfits, think they're really cool, and honestly, I don't think they look that bad. But like there's nothing really for type 1, so I'm not really that concerned, to be perfectly honest. It looks like there's a camo that's just a book from what I can see here, and the rest of them are basically just dockies, so that's pretty cool. I feel like the big things are going to be I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a mag. I'm gonna double check that, but we've got, you know, some backgrounds. We've got some vital gauges. I like that vital gauges are becoming more of a thing. I like that they're gonna be more vital gauges overall. So I'd like to collect vital gauges. Hopefully they're not super expensive. And that's kind of it for this week. It's just that limited quest, which I know some people are gonna find it's a bit of a down. There's not really much going on here in the situation, but hold on. I understand your concerns. We're going to talk about it in another video as far as what's going on with PSO2, so don't worry too much about that. We also have the headline wave coming up. It's in about, it's like over a week from now. I'm surprised they've actually already posted it, but I guess we'll go ahead and go over it just in case. First off, if you missed the first headline wave, the headline wave was pretty dope. It's a different vibe for a show. It's mostly the same stuff, but like it's in a different format, and honestly, I kind of enjoy it. So it's swanky new set and all that good stuff. So Yu Hasegawa's program. I'm going to read through this really quick and see if there's anything that's important for me to know. There's nothing we can really pick out of this description, at least for right now. This is just going to show the stuff that's coming up in May, which is to be expected. And to be perfectly honest, I have no idea what's coming up in May other than like the anniversary stuff, more or less, like the festival and all that good stuff. It's not quite there, but it's creeping up on the 21st, and everyone knows the 21st and the 1st of every single month. So the 1st to the 3rd, the 21st to 23rd is PSO2 day. So if there's any time that you are ever going to farm in PSO2, you want to make sure that you have either the money you need to gather, or you have, you know, you're going after maybe your EX augments or whatever it happens to be. this is the time you do it. If there's not much going on in PSO2, dedicate these days to doing it, and then just log out and don't log back in until something's going on. I'm gonna be real with you. If you ever want to get the most out of your time, this is when you go for it. And that's when the most people are farming and doing this stuff. So you'll find like-minded people really pushing in those situations. But if not, no big deal. Honestly, it's not that big a deal to keep up PSO2, so you really don't have to worry about farming that hardcore. But just know you might be missing out on a little bit of farm that you could be getting to beef up the coffers, so to speak. Either way, we have login gifts as per usual with SG, material storage, as always is the case. I'll mention this, I've mentioned it 1,000 times over. Overall, this is technically a buff even for free to play. However, it is technically a nerf overall when you're looking from the perspective of the tickets that you acquired. This is a change that happened quite some time ago, and I try to mention that more often, just as I know some people are just like, oh, we're not even talking about it. But yeah, it does suck because from the perspective of the actual items themselves, it is technically a nerf from the items, but it is a buff from the form of SG. If you use the SG to get the items, then it's all overall buff. So no big deal. Either way, I know I'm probably confused some people in that situation. Free stuff. We like free stuff. If you're premium, you get more free stuff. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Bonus stuff. Don't. If you're going to spend AC, spend AC. Don't spend AC to get these. And I believe, if I remember correctly, these are actually pretty solid. So if you happen to need anything along those lines, not a bad purchase. But again, none of this is necessary. It's so easy to get caught up these days. You don't need to spend AC to get caught up. Just play for like a few hours and you're mostly good. Virtual liver stuff from the outfits, we can actually see what's what. Of course, these are set wears, like full outfits. These are base wears. That's actually pretty cool, and it comes without the shoes. You know, I like that they are, you know, they're doing that for you guys as Type 2 players. I love it. I love to see it. As often as it doesn't happen for Type 1, it kind of upsets me sometimes. But hey, look, it's here and I dig it. And this is a full, I mean, of course, this is a base wear. It's going to be like a full outfit or whatever. But these being base wears, like this is a base wear, this is a base wear, this is a base wear, these are base wears, like this is solid. This being a set wear is kind of but like there's a base wear version of it, like that's weird. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. That's nice to see. So teachers are on, I suppose. We got some different eyes. These eyes are pretty dope, honestly. We got Debbie Deberu's wings and tail. We have a sorcerer's hat. This does look to be a mag, so that's pretty cool. It looks like we do have the dockies, the spell book. We have quite a few things here. This is pretty cool. Overall, this is dope. I like this. I like this a lot. But anyway, we're gonna hop in a game really quick here as we've covered pretty much all the articles that are important, and we're just gonna double check a few things to make sure there's nothing that we're missing before we wrap up today's video. All right, so here we are in game. We're gonna go ahead and check our campaign items. It looks like we do have only 7 days left the Super Genesis Festival, so tons and tons of buffs going on at that point in time. And really the only thing to look at outside of the scratch, which, I mean, we sort of looked at the items anyway, so it's nothing too crazy. We can like put on the outfit, right? It's not going to work with all my accessories, but you know, there it is. We'll probably get it. I don't know if you can color change it or not. Some parts sync with certain colors. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that goes. But we'll probably mess around with this a little bit, see how fun that is. But yeah, other than that, that's really about it as far as the scratch goes. We're not really worried about anything else here. Let's take a look at the LTQ at the very least. Take a look at the drops. I'm pretty sure we know what the drops are, but I do want to check at the very least. Looks like Legend Dios is here in the actual pool, which is dope. That's going to be really good for those of you guys who are trying to farm out Legend Dios weapons. A Flugel Guard CV Almani. I'm not sure if this has already been available, but like, I guess that's cool. And then add preset skills level 1. What I don't see here, and what actually kind of bugs me, is I don't see the EX augment weapons in the pool, which is not great in my opinion. Is this the new version of Lucille? Okay, it is. So this is still here. I don't see the new weapons in the pool here for the limited quest, which is like a good and a bad thing when you think about it, because it's from the good side of things where it's not totally making Lucille not useful at all because of this LTQ. If you still need to farm out your EX Augs, I would still farm out the EX Augs. But from the bad side of things, it's like usually LTQs kind of have everything for you, so it's a bit weird from that perspective. But I believe that's pretty much going to cover everything as far as what's new and what to keep up with when you jump into NGS. If there's anything I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed the video, sub if you want to keep up with more. As always, thank you to the channel members. You guys are fantastic and I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, my friends. Peace out.